I just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk about the importance of 4th of July and why it needs to be removed from the cancel culture idea, and people really kind of need to stop tearing it apart. It's important that we actually celebrate the 4th of July, and it's actually my favorite holiday.
Hi. Hello, everybody. My name is Derek Green. I'm a writer, activist, artist, and I'm here to talk about a lot of my views on the current situation.
Is 4th of July actually your favorite holiday?
Yeah, it is. That and Halloween are my favorites. For me, I grew up in Montana, and I have a really kind of unique experience of this. Like, I was raised by my Irish Catholic family, and I'm gonna be real honest, they're some of the most redneck people in all the world. So like, I'm like, 4th of July to me is all fireworks and barbecues, but it's family oriented. It's just great to have that kind of thought process behind it, but I also have experienced it in, just so many other ways. Like, this year it's been interesting because, getting a chance to like celebrate Juneteenth and like a real kind of Independence Day that's a little more close to home, made me feel even more like, all right, the next one that we can take over as a Black holiday is the 4th of July, because here's why. We're just as American as everybody else. As a Black person, my ancestry runs the deepest and the longest, only beaten by Native Americans. I want people to own the fact that we built this. We've been here. America is ours, whether they want to include us or not. So own that pride that you absolutely belong here. There's a reason for everything, and this reason is now. Owning that position knows that you are a citizen of this United States and that you can own the power to stand up to tyrants, right? When you know that you're a citizen and you own the power to stand up to these tyrants, that's where that American pride comes from. So that's why I was like, hey, think about this. Yeah. You can stand up to these people.
You can do it.
You can do it.
The 4th of July is when we declared independence from the British Empire. At the time, the British Empire was the greatest empire the world had ever seen. No one had ever broken away from it. No one had managed to do anything to halt it. So it's really important for people to know the history and the purpose of our Declaration of Independence. We were under a tyrannical regime, and so they rose up and decided as a collective, the entire colonies, which would soon be America, rose up against this tyrannical government and fought back and won. They won. Don't forget this. The reason that America exists is because we were rebels.
It's very uplifting to see all the Black people everywhere in this country right now who are absolutely seizing this opportunity to be heard. And it's really amazing because I feel like we all really are speaking with the same voice and the same words. And it makes the whole movement a lot more powerful when everyone is on the same page.
Do you feel like before this, did you feel heard? Did you?
No, not at all. Not even in the slightest. There are people who will listen to your words, and they will even be like, oh, I get that your life is hard, but really having to like sit in a protest, like if you're as a white person, something I've observed, having to sit in a protest surrounded by not even surrounded by Black people, just surrounded by other white people chanting for the justice of a single Black woman. That's a really powerful thing.
And maybe, because this year, obviously a lot of like the typical 4th of July celebrations that a lot of people are used to, the big fireworks shows, the big barbecues, the big parties, it's literally not allowed right now. So do you think that is kind of making us all go, oh, well, now we're going to think about what this holiday is really about, because we can't do the superficial, like if one year, like Santa Claus wasn't going to come for Christmas, we'd all have to be like, oh, what is Christmas really about?
I mean, yeah, that's really is, that's what this is. this kind of, not only this whole movement, but the whole quarantine has really been about, is people having to really stop, slow down, really look at what's going on in their lives day to day and how they want to interact human to human, because we don't get to, all of a sudden we don't get to be with other humans. And so you're looking at like, well, I want to make sure that my relationship with these other humans is healthy and it matters to me, because it's rare now for me. So all of a sudden we have to really care about our connections.
Like you said, maybe this year more than ever, a lot of us are thinking, what do we do on this holiday?
During the actual duration of all of America, from the moment after the Declaration of Independence, no one has been included in this holiday or in this celebration except white people. In a lot of areas of the country, it's used as a time to create more separateness, to create a hierarchy of Americanism, where white people are at the top as the truest Americans, and Black, brown, and indigenous people barely count, if at all.
What are you going to do for the 4th of July?
Well, I want to be in all black. This is the thing, because to me it is the importance of the 4th of July. In the beginning, the Declaration of Independence, and like how radical that was, and the fact that rebels actually won and actually disrupted an empire, like those things are such huge ideals, and like it's such a massive impact in history. And it's like, well, we got to also look at, that was the single point of America, this pure ideal, and then from that moment to the current time, it has failed. Like it has failed. And so we're going to wear black, because the understanding is that this is a failure, and then we need to turn this around, because the level of pain and suffering that is actually the day-to-day of such a majority of our people's lives in this country cannot be denied. And so it's like, to be American is to stand up against bullies and tyrants and people who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and holding them accountable for what they're supposed to be doing. And so that's what we're doing. And we're going to wear black because we're holding those people accountable for the things that they're doing wrong. We have to change it. Absolutely have to change it. And so I'm wearing black. Wearing black is not mourning. It's a collective idea that we're all into growth. To anybody who's had to really struggle through something, that transition from who you were to who you become is really hard and awful, but who you become is so amazing. And it's so awesome to be a person who grows and becomes better. So you wear black because we are together.
It's interesting because it's like all about independence, but also about like independence, but everybody being independent together. Not like, well, this is my independence, and this is my independence, and this is mine. It's supposed to be the independence of everyone as one country.
Exactly, because independence you can't win a fight by yourself.
Our purpose as an American people is to fight tyranny and injustice. So when you are out there for the 4th of July, remember that. This isn't about celebrating some white men and the founding fathers and their ideas. It's the American ideal of independence and safety and justice.
Do you have hope that we can do this, that we can come out of this, and that we can actually make the change that needs to actually happen?
Yes, I absolutely do. I think it's a long road, and there's so many steps that I don't think a lot of people are really taking into account, even just yet. But it's going to be a long climb, and we'll get there. We'll get there.
Do you have more hope now than you did like 2 months ago, or is it just something that you always have? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if a lot of people are figuring out what they're going to do for 4th of July tomorrow, what do you hope everyone knows about the 4th of July? Like, what do you wish we all were thinking tomorrow?
That we are all a part of America, And it is imperative for us to fight tyranny. So I hope everybody remembers that it matters to do the right thing,
So what do you, in this new future, when we have taken down the tyranny, what does that look like for you?
All right, I'm going to be honest. We would live in a country that has formed a new constitution, one that does not have the basis of only white men, half of them slave owners. We'll be able to create a new government and a new country, because all of the, not even, it still would be America. That's the point I'm trying to make about the 4th of July and everything else. That's the beauty of our country, is that we are the type of people to change something that isn't working. So this thing is, now that people are realizing, is this is a systemic thing. Like this goes so deep and so far, you can't just change things. You can't just like flip a switch, randomly put Black people in certain places, just randomly. That's not going to work. That's not the point. It's the system itself. And so you have to totally throw it away. The dumpster fire of 2020 left us, and we threw away our crappy government, our crappy constitution, and we have a new one, and we're better for it. And then we have systems in place where there aren't so many discrepancies, where people can't just shoot somebody running on the street. They can't just kidnap, or they can't get away with sexual assault. They can't get away with, just because they have money. There are things that would be totally different, and I would be one of the leaders of that. You gotta, there's a time where you have to just start again.
And 4th of July 2020, is it a time to celebrate? Is it something to celebrate?
Yeah, because as long as you're celebrating the right things, like I said, I'm going to be thinking about being together, being one with the people in this country who are working to be heard and working to live in a better and just place. And so, yeah, celebrate.
Do you think there's a lot of conversations we should try to have on the 4th of July?
Oh yeah. All of these conversations, once you get people thinking and actually thinking and really discovering the differences of things, inherently, and this is why I have hope, inherently people are good people, right? They want to be good. They hold on to these other ideas because they're insecure or they're afraid of being judged, right? And so in these conversations, if they're as white people and you're with other white people, if you talk to them in a way where it's like, just this transition is just something that's inevitable, and it's not going to hurt you, right? It's not going to hurt your lifestyle. It's not going to physically damage anything that's going to happen to you. So just open your eyes to this possibility. Those transitions are the real transitions. That's how it happens. That's how people accept it, because they're like, oh, you're part of something I know and trust, and you're telling me I can be okay with this. Because it's hard for somebody like me to go to these places and tell you, damn it, like, you're privileged, and here are all the reasons why, right? Even if I'm right, it automatically makes people stand up, and they just don't do that with their own.
It's also not your job, like it's not your job to go run around and be like, hey, let me teach you about white privilege.
Yeah.
Or anything else.
Somebody's got to do it, though.
But thank you for teaching us. I appreciate it.